What's up, everybody? I'm Steven.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are
S&D
Plays. So in our stream, we have a point system. In that point system, by the end of the month, whoever has the top 3 most amount of points become our VIPs. We also have what we call an MVP, and that enables even our mods to be able to get in on that because our mods cannot be VIPs. However, if you are in the top 3, we send you a list of things that we could do for stream. You get to pick one of those, and then we send those 3 options to our MVP, and the MVP gets to choose. This month's MVP chosen was the AMA video.
Actually, this is February's month. February's month chosen was an AMA video, and that is what we're here to do today.
We're a little behind.
Just kidding.
So we're actually going to start this out a little bit different than we thought we would. We're going to answer a few questions that we get asked a lot when streaming, and that's how we're going to start.
Yeah, so these are frequently asked questions, and the first one we get a lot is, how did we meet?
So we actually met on Xbox probably about 4 years ago now, and we were playing Black Ops 2 on Raid.
I made him remember the map.
Yep. But we were playing Raid, we were playing with each other on the same team, and we dominated the lobby. Well, then it ended up, if you know how lobby balancing works, it ended up putting us on separate teams. Well, when it put us on separate teams, she was like, nope, I don't want to play against him.
Yep.
So she backed out, invited me, and we played for the rest of the day. We started talking through Xbox for a little bit, and then we actually switched up to Snapchat.
Yep, and then fun fact about us, Snapchat is still how both of us communicate. We snap each other back and forth. It's been almost 4 years now that we've been doing this, so
amazing.
It's kind of funny. We don't really, like, people ask us, you text your boyfriend? I'm like, yeah. Yes. I snapped him.
She's not wrong.
Anyway, the next question we get asked a lot is, what made Danielle decide to move?
I have a really big KD.
Something like that. No, I had the opportunity. I was looking for a job in Colorado, and I had the opportunity to look for some out here, and I actually started poking around out here because I knew where he lived. And then I brought it to his attention. I'm like, hey, there's a lot of stuff that I could apply for in your state. What do you think about me looking for a job out there with you? And he was like, go for it. And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. And so I applied for quite a few jobs, and then I got a call on a job that I actually didn't even apply for. They found my resume, called me in, and I got here on a Sunday night. June 5th.
No, you got here on a Monday night.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You got here on a Monday night, babe. And you went and did your interview on a Tuesday.
June 5th. Oh. I got here on a Monday night. And then I had my interview the next day. But as I pulled up into the parking lot, literally the first thing he says to me is, alright, let's see if this is gonna work. And he pulls me out of my car, and that's how we had our first kiss.
Real romantic, right?
Yep, and then he took me contact solution shopping, so I was like, he's the one.
That was our first date.
It really was.
It's so sad.
Yeah, I got the job, and then I just kind of never left. We went back to Colorado. we actually went back to Colorado, that weekend?
Yeah, the next weekend?
That same weekend, so I did pretty much 24 hours in the car in, like, almost a week, and we got a lot more of my stuff because I only packed a suitcase, and brought it back, and he was able to meet my parents that weekend, and my dad loved him, which was very big for me.
Worked out pretty good.
Yeah!
Another question we get asked is, what got us into streaming? I'm gonna go with me. I actually used to run another stream and another YouTube channel. You guys won't find it, so don't go bother looking for it.
Search everything. WFP, Scuba Steve, anything.
It got a little bit of traction. It wasn't that popular, but I always loved it. Even just being a small channel, I loved it. It was so much fun. I got to communicate with so many people. I got to just hang out. It was fun. It was a blast, and that's kind of what drove me to be like, hey, do you want to do this thing on Twitch or do this thing on YouTube? And she's like, what do I got to do? And I was like, we got to play video games.
And I was like, I'm in. Alright, so the next frequently asked question we get is, what games do we play? So the answer to that one is pretty much everything. Steven plays a lot of games I don't.
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of Bethesda games. It seems like
A lot of open world games that I find pretty boring. But I play a lot of shooters, so it works out. Shooters are what you're gonna see on here a lot.
A lot of first-person shooters.
Because that's what we can play together.
Mostly COD.
And then some Uno.
And then Uno and Monopoly.
Yeah. And every now and then when I can make him play some other fun game that I find amusing in the moment.
Lol.
It's only for like one stream. If you miss it, you miss it. Sucks to suck. Moving on.
What?
That's it for the frequently asked questions. Now we're going to move over to the questions that we had on Discord. So our Discord is something that is available to anybody. We're going to post a link down here, so if you can either ask us questions in the comment section, or you can join our Discord and also ask us questions there, and maybe we'll do another one.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Ask us anything.
You don't say.
Part 2.
So the first question comes from one of our followers, longtime followers actually. His name is Blizzard. And his question is,
what got you first into video games?
So for me, I have two older brothers. One of them's 12 years older than me, and the other one's 4 years older than me, and they've always played video games. I'm talking GoldenEye 007, Mortal Kombat, all the shooters. They always play the shooters. They're boys. And so I got to play kind of everything because when they didn't have anybody to play with, they were like, you can play, we'll teach you. And I was a button masher. I will freely admit that. And then I actually got into Black Ops because of a old relationship, and I found out that I'm very good at it. Okay, that's a little bit of a reach.
She also has a big KD. Wait. Shit.
No, I ended up actually getting into Black Ops, and I figured out that I was pretty good at first-person shooters, and I loved it. I fell in love with it. And that was probably... OG Black Ops is probably the only Black Ops that I played mainly just the multiplayer, and then zombies and Black Ops 2 I played zombies a lot. Other than that, I played multiplayer on all the rest, and no campaign.
I love the campaigns. They're so much fun.
So moving on to the next question, it actually comes from one of our first subscribers, very long time follower. His name on here is Granted's. We know him as Eton, or
Number one son!
Number one son, if you will.
But he asked, what does your tattoo mean, Steve? So, I assume you mean the one on my arm, because I also have another one. You don't know about it.
Intrigue.
But the tattoo on my arm actually means loyalty, respect, and honor. At least that's what I hope it means. I just usually normally tell people it means pork fried rice. Just
show them anyway, babe.
Watch out!
Yes, if anybody asks us in person, he's always saying it's pork fried rice. And,
just to mess with him.
It's not.
It's not.
He has to remember his favorite order for Chinese, which
True.
he doesn't even like Chinese. So, anyway.
Also true.
The next question also comes from Eaton. It is part 2 of his question, and it says...
When are you gonna put a ring on her?
Dun dun dun!
Moving on.
Wow. Super informative.
So another question.
He just moved the fuck on. You really are gonna answer that?
Hell no. I'm gonna leave that one up there.
So the next question comes from Sword and Story, who we know as Cody. And his question is...
If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
At the same time?
Black Ops 2. As long as it ain't modded.
Yeah.
As long as we can find lobbies that aren't modded, easy.
Done. I have times where I just want to go back, but I don't want to deal with mods.
Yep.
So the next question comes from SDL Harper 314, or as we know him as Steven's friend, Sean.
True. He wants to know, how big is your dining room table? I don't know. You've seen it, dude.
Like...
Our next question comes from one of our mods in our Twitch stream. Her name is Melnick. She asks, what is your one wish in life?
What is your one wish in life?
To have a bigger dining room table.
That one was a thinker. I think my one wish in life would be that we would have I don't want to say an infinite, but definitely more time to make content for you guys, whether that be playing games or being able to stream more often, making videos, whatever that may be. We find ourselves running out of time to do.
Even the most basic things.
Huh. Don't ask us about the dishes in our sink.
Don't, please.
Or when was the last time we vacuumed? Anyway. No, yeah, I think that would be my one wish right now. Currently, it would definitely change.
More time in the day, just.
I feel like my wishes change with my life.
True.
Fair. I'm pretty in the moment kind of person, hippy dippy. So, ask me in a few days and it'll be different.
Me, however, I'm just looking for a bigger dining room table.
I like our table. I picked it out. Anyway, moving on. The next question also comes from Mel, and her question is,
where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get this for the rest of the video. That's how this is gonna be.
I'm just kidding. 10 years from now, I can't see myself. I'm not a very good picturer.
Picturer?
Yeah, is that weird? Because I'm more of a live in the moment kind of person. I never really have a plan for the future, which sounds super bad, but I really like to I like to live in the moment. I like to know in this moment I'm having the best time that I can have, or I'm wallowing, or whatever it may be. I'm very in the moment kind of person. So in 10 years, I feel like I can tell you what I want to see. I want to see more of my family around me. Whether that means we're living in Colorado or they've moved out here would be fantastic. But I would also like to see us in a house. Maybe with some kiddos. Whether that be a fur kiddo or a real kiddo.
S&D and B.
We're not naming our kid Bjorn.
As for me, I would like to see, like she said, I'd like to see us in a house. We do have a decent sized apartment. It's not the best, but I would like to see a house, have a little yard, maybe some more fur puppies, or
yard.
A yard would be so nice, especially for Suki to be able to run around in. Oh man. But yeah, 10 years definitely. I want to have kids by that point, so because we're not getting any younger. Chat. Let's get real.
We just don't know with who yet because
it's gonna happen for the rest of the video, guys.
Should have answered his question. Anywho, and that leads us into the next question.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years and 1 second from now? 1 second older.
Added on to our original answer.
Older. A funny follow-up question for even that one. Where do you think Eden will be in 10 years from now?
That also asked by Cody. And let's see, Eden 10 years from now, what is he like?
I don't know.
I don't want to say his age.
He's probably gonna be like in our basement or something. It's gonna be.
It's not wrong.
That's just how it's gonna be.
And that will be from where he streams, and there will be lots of inside jokes.
Truth.
But we hope he's still in our lives 10 years from now.
Hopefully.
We love that kid. The next question comes from one of our newer followers who we absolutely love. He hangs out with us quite a bit, and we love it when he's in our chat. His name is AJ, and he says, what is your favorite video game?
I think we're back to the if you could only play one video game for the rest of your life, it would be Black Ops 2.
Don't get us wrong, guys, that'll probably change here or there, but as far as we're concerned, like, we both, in our own right, before we even met each other, had a massive fun time playing Black Ops 2.
Oh my god.
With friends, with just the game in general. It was just, I don't feel like I raged at that game as
Master
much.
Prestige level, or wait, no.
55.
Yeah, it was just Master Prestige at that point.
I never prestiged.
Yeah.
I got hacked into a prestige.
Yeah, Master Prestige for me, I Master Prestige 7 times on that game, so I don't have a life.
And then we happened to meet on that game, so it just holds kind of a special spot for us.
Correct. AJ also wants to know, what is your favorite anime?
Oh, goodness. That's a great question. Um,
I'm gonna start with answering my side.
go for it.
I don't watch anime. I used to watch like Dragon Ball Z. So I guess Dragon Ball Z. Other than that, I don't watch it. I don't. I'm sorry.
I think you'll still like your answer. He does play Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Video game. Goodness, for me, I always tend to go back to Fruit Baskets. I absolutely love Fruits Baskets. And it's just such a good anime. And I know it kind of like gives away that I love the romantic comedy animes. And I do. But I like all types. I loved Full Metal Alchemy. I love Dragon Ball Z. I watched a shit ton of Dragon Ball Z. I even watched Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. I never played the card game. I never did the thing, but I did watch it. I watched Pokemon when it was out there. But lately I've been watching oh man, I watched all of the Seven Deadly Sins. And then I just finished up lately I've been watching Is It Okay to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon or something like that is the title, and it is freaking hilarious. I'm loving it. So I mean, but I gotta go with Fruits Baskets. It's gonna be a classic favorite of mine.
What is your favorite horror movie?
I'll answer this one first.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have one. I don't like horror movies. Cool. Thanks. Over to you.
Define horror movie. I was pretty horrified when Paul Walker died in Fast and Furious.
Jesus. I think he means like slasher or just scary.
Nope.
Scary movie.
You know what?
General.
Paul Walker died. Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay. I feel like he's more of an action movie guy, and I'm more of the comedy movie person.
Yeah. We don't really watch horror movies.
So in order for us to get a movie that if we tell you we both loved a movie, I can guarantee it had both action and comedy in it.
More than likely.
Like what's that one we liked? It only came out on Netflix. It had Ryan Reynolds in it.
What was the name of that movie?
7 Underground or something like that.
Underground 7 or 7
something
Underground.
Like that. It was
hilarious.
Fantastic. It was so funny, and there was so much action to it. It was great. Great. But so there you go. There's a fun fact about us that just slightly deviated from the question.
A little bit.
Okay. The next question comes from Eaton again. When are you gonna actually be good at Tarkov? That question's for you because I don't play Tarkov.
I will team kill you next game.
Follow-up question. When are you gonna give me more loot?
I'm gonna take your loot.
Okay. Follow-up question to that. When are you gonna play with us, Danielle? Probably when we get a second computer.
Yeah, we gotta have a second computer for her
and
to be able
that'll
to play.
probably not happen anytime soon. Because I told him what my priority on that is. It's not very high.
Follow-up question to that. Do you think Cody will get his hair back? I'm gonna go with no.
I don't think he wants his hair back.
I don't think he does either.
I think he's digging that look. And,
yeah.
And you know what?
I've seen Cody with hair.
I don't think I can like him any other way. Let's see. The next question from Eaton. When are you gonna become rich and get a Nintendo Switch? That's a little rhyming.
I was like, that kind of rhymed. Listen, dude.
Listen, I was working on trying to get a raise from my job, and then Corona.
Yeah.
And so now everybody's just lucky to have a job, and so I don't really have any ammunition anymore. So no time soon. By the time we are able to get a Nintendo Switch,
there will be a new Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah.
So it looks like Cody actually answered Eaton's question. Eaton asked when was Cody going to get his hair back, and apparently Cody's not going to because he's going to get hair laser removal from his head, so hair won't even be a problem anymore.
That's a new definition on shiny bald head.
Who knew? Next question is, why do you only have one dog?
Ooh, I can answer that. Let's
go ahead.
Let's give a slight history here. When Danielle moved here, she just took herself, and then when she brought him back, she made him bring back her dog. No, I'm just kidding. When I moved here with Steven, I actually brought Suki with me. She's my dog. I adopted her when she was 7 months. And then she madly fell in love with Steven. Maybe more than I did. We're not sure. She absolutely loves him. And
she's currently asleep. Right there.
Yeah. And when I moved in here, he had 2 cats. So we just have the one dog because she's who I came with.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him if we could get another dog, and he even said he wants another dog. Keep this in mind, the cat guy wants another dog, but we have to get a house first. So that's the plan.
I would like to have more room to be able to have another dog. That way they can like run and play. This is a follow-up question of a question of a question. Eaton wants to know when he can ban Cody, I guess for the laser hair removal thing. And never.
How dare he suggest laser hair removal?
Yeah, like what the hell?
Our Discord gets a little wild, guys. Bear with us.
Apparently.
The next question comes from Eaton, and it says, when is the stream going to be PG? And the answer is probably never.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no.
Not that we don't want to be PG.
We would lose a lot of our own personalities. And I don't want that.
That, and I've tried to clean it up when someone's like, whoa, language. I've tried to be nice and be like, oh, my bad, sorry. But I get passionate about my games.
Exactly.
I want to be good, and in order to be good, I do get upset when I die, and that comes, unfortunately, with a foul mouth of mine.
Same here.
I'm not really allowed to cuss at work, so it kind of just comes out here.
We cuss like sailors at work. I'm a mechanic, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I spend too much time talking to old people to be like, fuck, in the background.
Melnick asks, are you going to be able to answer these questions with a straight face? Oh, we proved that already.
Wait. Are you going to be able to answer these questions with a straight face? No. It's not happening. Alright, so the next question is, why do COD players always have to stay in their spawns like little bitches?
Welcome to Modern Warfare, guys. The campiest of camp games. Where everyone's afraid to move. Because of the footsteps that Activision has allowed to happen instead of having dead silence in the game that's been in the game for years. But, whatever. What do we know? Why does Steve always have a plug in his butt? Not always there. Good question. I only have to power up every now and then.
He's a robot.
What is your biggest fantasy? Biggest fantasy?
Is this PG or no? I feel like that's a preface it to answering that.
Next! Do you have any fetish? What the hell is going on in Discord today?
Scroll up. Scroll up.
Nope. When are you going to do another Sims 4 stream with both of you playing it?
I told you. The last time I played Sims 4, they got bored just watching me.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Whenever Steven doesn't get sick mid-stream.
I was tired. Will Steven ever finish Red Dead 2? Maybe. Will Danielle ever try Skyrim?
Haven't I?
Nope.
Oh. That's how bad I think that game is, that I feel like I've played it. Just watching you play it, I'm like, man, whew, I'm tired of this game.
So that game is actually one of the options it was for the MVP stream, so that's actually kind of funny.
Moving on.
Will Steven play Mega Man 0/0X Legacy Collection on stream? If I had it, I would. What attracted you guys to each other?
Yeah, what attracted you to me, babe?
I mean, you were cute. And you were really good at video games, so...
Honestly, one of the first things he sent to me, after we, picture revealed, I guess you would say, because when we were talking, it was just through Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved on to Snapchat. And we only moved on to Snapchat because you told me you were working on a project car, and I was like, oh, sweet. And you were like, I can send you pics if you have Snapchat. And I was like, fuck yeah. And so I gave him my Snapchat, and he sent me pictures of the car he was working on, and that was it. Like, it wasn't like a ploy to, secretly send a dick pic or anything, which has been done. And I don't have a project car, and I couldn't relate, but I think I sent him, just a random bullshit picture of my room, maybe, my apartment that I was living in with my friend. And then after a while, I had it on the front-facing camera because I was messaging my niece, who I still Snapchat. You guys know her if you hang out in the streams. And so I just snapped him a picture of my face, and his response was, "Wow, you're cuter than I thought." And I was like, I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You guys got to figure, when you meet somebody on the internet, it's usually catfish. And then all of a sudden I got her, and I was like, all right, deal.
I was also a lot skinnier and prettier back then, so joke's on him.
So what attracted you to me?
Um,
My really big KD.
no. Actually, and this is true, and you know this already. I've said it a few times. But the first thing that actually attracted me to you was your voice. Yeah, I have this thing for like nice, deep voices, and even over the crappy like 360 mic, you could tell that you had this like you guys know. He has this nice, deep voice, and it just immediately I was like, hi. Hi.
All right, well, that's it.
That was all the questions.
Yeah. If you guys want to know more about us, make sure to check out our stream. I'll leave the link in the description.
We will link our stream, our Discord, our Twitter, our Instagram, maybe.
We will link everything. All the links.
All the links.
But if you guys like this video and you want to see more of it, drop a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please feel free to. It helps the channel out greatly, and we would much appreciate it.
Yep, we don't do these talking to you guys in these chairs too often. It's normally content from the video games, so make sure to check out our older videos and see if you like anything in there, and then drop us a sub.
Okay, bye!
Okay, good night! Sorry.
Yay!
I'm telling you, the original dab was because he sneezed.
Yeah.